I think we're live. Chat, are we live? Let's see if YouTube is working today. Um, it says we're live. YouTube, we're live. Yeah, it says we're live. What is up, people of the internet? That is me, Real American, back again with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful October 21st, 2025. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm having a great day myself. And we are joined by Mr. Real Texan Politics and Mr. Tyrone.
Hello.
The usual suspects are here. We got a lot to talk about today. We got to talk about the U.S. Senate because we had some pretty big news break out of there yesterday. We got to talk about New Jersey polling. We got to talk about Virginia. Lots going on in the world. We got to talk about the shutdown.
We got North Carolina. We got Tony Gonzalez. And all that stuff.
Yeah, a lot's happening, everybody. Now, before we get into today's stream, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. These are all great ways to support the content. And if you do have any questions, concerns, or want to support the channel even further, the best way is sending super chats via the chat. Again, I'll read through as much of chat as possible, but usually super chats are the best way to get your questions answered. So,
you started streaming on Rumble yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're never going to.
Yeah, Rumble's just listen. If Rumble had a better interface, sure, but if I would have multi-stream, it'd be like the Kick or something. Like Glitch Eevee for 2 on time American. Yeah, I was on time today. I know. What a shocking turn of events. I was actually kind of early.
You were late by 0.000 seconds.
Yeah, we're on time. Yeah, I know, it's a big surprise. We're gonna let people funnel into the stream because usually I'm late. So, all right. So we have a lot to talk about today. Yeah, I'm on time. Trump should endorse Herrera. I guess we could start. That was kind of the big, like, bombshell that broke. Was it? Well, okay, it's been out for a little bit now, but it's kind of confirmed that that's what happened.
It was confirmed by, it was reported by the Daily Mail, which technically, yes, is a tabloid site, but it's more reliable than the other one we'll get to later. But
yeah, so hold on, let me pull this up.
Yeah.
Go. So for those that don't know, Videomaker for 2, I'm here early as well. Hello, good sir. Welcome to the stream, good sir. But yeah, so for those that don't know, the Daily Mail, they can confirm a report that we talked about. Gosh, that was back in like July, wasn't it? We talked about that, or August?
No, I think it was only like a month ago, maybe.
I thought it was earlier. Ago. But for those that don't know, Texas Republican Congressman Tony Gonzalez allegedly had an affair with a senior aide who then died after dousing herself with gasoline and setting herself on fire. Multiple sources can confirm to the Daily Mail, and a Gonzalez spokesman has refused to deny the affair to the Daily Mail. So he had an affair. At this
point, what happened is that they had an affair, and then she was afraid that her husband would find out, so she burned herself alive.
I think there's more to this story. There's way more to the story than just, oh, she decided to kill herself like that. Now, I'm not saying Gonzalez lit her on fire or whatever, but...
No, I think it was a suicide, but there is probably a lot more. There is probably more to the story.
My guess is...
All I'm going to say about it is that Gonzalez is known for being really fucking dirty on Capitol Hill.
That is true. I actually heard about that before. He's not a, principled conservative. He's actually a pretty shitty person from what I've heard. So, not as bad as actually, has Katie Porter ever killed anybody?
She assaulted somebody, but...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's assaulted a bunch of staffers, but I don't know. I don't think we've gotten to this point.
He assaulted her own ex-husband, I think.
Yeah.
Remember the mashed potatoes thing?
The what?
Remember the mashed potatoes thing?
Oh, yeah, that's right. What a freaking lunatic. American Nerd for 2. That's as crazy as a John Edwards affair. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, this is way worse than John Edwards affair.
He cheated on his dying wife, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would argue, like, that was more fucked up in general, but, like, this person literally killed herself with fire. Which is strange, like, why would she set herself on fire? That's a confusing part, like, wait, she doused herself in gasoline and, like, went freaking,
She literally said, step 2, cover yourself in oil.
Well, it's like from the Lord of the Rings, like, Return of the King, the guy freaking lit himself on fire. It's like, that's the same thing he did, really? I don't know. Yeah, this is way worse than the Edwards affair because yeah, the Edwards affair was fucked up because of his dying wife and stuff. But like, this is just this person's dead. She is dead. She set herself on fire. So, yeah. Now, do we know where she did this at? Do we have any clue? Like, was this like in front of his office, like in DC? Anybody know?
Where she killed herself?
Yeah, where did she set herself on fire?
I think it was at her home in Uvalde.
Okay. Jay
Oh
Jones.
yeah, Fetterman wants to get rid of the filibuster. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he came out in favor of saying the filibuster needs to be nuked and he'd work with Republicans on it because Democrats have tried to remove it before, so they need to be consistent on the issue.
I mean, let's just. I'll get this out of the way.
Patriots.
The filibuster is dead. It just.
It's a matter of time.
It's a matter of who's going to do it. I don't know if Republicans have the guts to do it. Some do.
Well,
apparently.
they did kind of nuke it earlier this year for the judges.
Now here's the thing. I think Democrats are going to be opposed to it this time around, though. Aside from Fetterman and I guess the ones that want to get rid of the shutdown. But I don't think they're gonna. I don't think we're gonna have the votes to get rid of the filibuster because there's a lot of most Republicans are still going to be opposed to it for principles, and Democrats are going to be opposed to it right now because they're not in power.
That's fair. That's valid. Jay Jones for 2. I am more effed up than John Bel Edwards. Oh gosh. K Cup for 2. Breaking DA Eric Tonia to run for Wisconsin State Attorney General. I don't believe that. I don't believe
John
you.
Bel Edwards. John Bel Edwards is not the one that had the scandal. That was John Edwards.
Yeah, it was John Edwards. Yeah, it was John Edwards.
The vice president candidate from 2004. I think he was a senator.
Yeah, he was
from North Carolina. He cheated on his dying wife who had cancer.
So yeah. But yeah, so I did find the tweet about from Fetterman. He says he supports Senate Republicans nuking the filibuster to reopen the government, noting that Democrats have run on getting rid of the filibuster. Yeah, so this actually, I mean, Fetterman's a patriot, by the way, for doing this. Like,
I love how Fetterman suffered massive brain damage, and then like he suddenly started voting in favor of his constituents.
Yeah, it's like now obviously, like I don't think he gives a shit anymore. But
only in American politics can you suffer severe brain damage and have a change of heart to actually represent your constituents.
Fetterman's a patriot for doing this.
Don't get me wrong, we still need to replace him. He's still a fucking Democrat.
Well, he still votes
with the Democratic Party most of the time. But we don't have to worry about that for much longer since they're getting rid of him and he signaled that he might not want to run again anyway, so.
Well, I mean, like, he's getting primaried out, so I think he's done either way. So, you know, I don't think he cares anymore. He just knows he's screwed. So it's like, why not? I'm getting my pension anyways.
They should have run Connor Lamb or whatever the fuck his name is.
Fetterman had brain damage before he was elected. Yeah, he had brain damage and then became more conservative.
Brain damage makes you less liberal. Damn. I'm all kinds of fucked up in the brain.
Yeah. I respect Fetterman because he doesn't call for violence. Well, I respect him because, like, sometimes, like, he knows what the base wants, like, the GOP base, but the problem is he doesn't do it consistently enough, so.
Again, because he's a fucking Democrat at the end of the day.
Yeah. He is a Democrat. That's his biggest issue. He is a Dem. Man Mode for 2. I'm getting South Asian for 2. Oh, gosh. Thanks for super chat. American Nerd for 3. Fetterman should just be an independent right now. I think he's going to become an independent. I think it's a matter of time.
Eventually.
Be like Joe Manchin his last days. Yeah. Fetterman voted with Trump 6% of the time according to stats. Actually, that's false. It's much higher than that. Let me check America First Insight. Which they by the way, I should mention that America First Insight yeah. Oh my gosh, I had a stroke there. America First.
The channel is sponsored by America First Insight.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say is America First Insight, I do know the Senate thing's like currently like broken. So I know Mark's trying to fix it. Let me pull this up. Yeah, it looks like it's still broken. Yeah, so Fetterman is right now at 22%, which is not good, but it's better than the average Dem. But yeah, so basically the scorecard broke, and then Mark's like, oh shit, it's all like broken and stuff. So he's working on it right now. Should be fixed soon. But yeah, we are sponsored by America First Insight, AWS. No, not the website itself. It's just a scorecard. There was like a mistake on it. He's trying to fix it. So, okay, Jay Jones for 2. Todd Gilbert is the worst man to ever exist. Who? Oh, is that the speaker that got? Oh my gosh, that's a Virginia speaker that got threatened with stuff. I think.
Yeah, he's creating little fascists, guys.
Yep, that's that guy.
That's why we need to kill him and
Okay,
have
anyways.
his children die in his wife's arms, or so the Virginia Democratic Party has campaigned on.
Speaking of Virginia, you guys see what 10 Core posted last night? You guys see that?
No.
So, listen, I usually don't have a problem with this guy, but what he posted like yesterday or last night was so absurd. Yeah, it was yesterday. So, according to 10 Core, which he's this, quote unquote moderate, which he's not, according to him, his polling average has Jay Jones winning right now by 2. He has Jay Jones winning by 2 right now. And Spanberger by 10. What? How do you even get Spanberger up by 10 at this point? What is the last poll that had her up by even 10 points? Seriously.
Like over the summer, maybe? I don't know. He might be using summer polls.
Yeah, look at this shit. Spanberger plus 10, Jones plus 2. So not only is Spanberger winning by basically a margin that Biden won it by, which at this point is absurd, but he has Jay Jones winning by 2. And he has a bullshit explanation. Like in the comments, he said, all the post-scandal AG polls have been quote-unquote GOP eternals and are all being weighted accordingly. You know what that means? He considers like Trafalgar a Republican eternal. Not a Republican-leaning pollster, an eternal. And you know what? They pulled the polling for Virginia. You know what? I got it pulled up right here. Virginia AG race. Because I'm getting sick and tired.
We are getting a Qantas.
Yeah, it's coming out in a little bit. Like, probably when the stream ends, I'm guessing. So, yeah. I'm getting so sick of these people. They push the same bullshit where it's like, ew, Spanberger's lose by 10. Okay. I got the current Virginia governor polls right here. Okay. I got it right here. So you had
We're going to talk about the main Democratic candidate.
Oh, I don't think we can.
He had a Nazi tattoo.
He had a Nazi tattoo.
Yeah.
The fucking Tulsa Trump skull and bones.
K-Cub for 2. By the way, Packers number 1 in the NFC. Ty's putting in work. Yeah, the Ty is actually helping us, which is funny, but we look like shit the last couple of weeks. So, okay, I got the polling thing right up here. You got Kaplan Strategies, which is shit pollster. I love how it has R next to its name. So people say, see, it's proof the GQP polls are R plus 10. But then you got every other poll that's like within 5, 6. PPP has it within 10. The last poll to have it over 10 points, you have to go back to the middle of September. That's 1. What the hell is he talking about? I don't get how you get a D plus 10 right now. Maybe 2 months ago, sure. But, and the AG thing, that's absurd even more. Did everybody forget what Jay Jones' own pollster found? They couldn't even get him up by more than 1. So you're telling me that even Jay Jones' own pollster is overstating Meares' support by like 5 points. But his bullshit average has it up by 2 or whatever. I'm getting sick and tired of these people. They did the same shit in the last 5 years. Every election they pull the same stunt. But enough of that, just a quick tangent. I'm just getting so sick of this crap. Every year the same people pull the same shit. So, Tyler T for 2. UC Massey took money from IPAC, a pro-Hamas packer. I saw that. You guys hear about that?
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, Thomas Massey, I think it was not the Free Beacon. I forget who reported it. They found out that a anti-ICE, pro-Hamas organization is one of Massey's biggest supporters this year. They pulled it up, actually. Massey anti-ICE.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, let me pull this up. Right here. So yeah, it was the Free Beacon, the Washington Free Beacon, which I have an article, by the way, on the way with America First Insight. And this PAC is like ran by like pro-Hamas people. And on top of that, they're working to re-elect Thomas Massie, and they are anti-ICE. So this is the America First person these people are shilling for, everybody.
The greatest congressman of all time.
Like, seriously, I get the votes sometimes. Like, he votes good on foreign policy. I get that the rhetoric's pretty good, but really? Are we getting to this point now where it's like, this excuses him for this shit?
No, Rap, you're being paid $7,000.
Yeah, I can't believe it. It's like, anytime you criticize, like, anybody, it's like, you're paid $7,000. No, I'm not. Which doesn't make any sense. It's like, I've literally been anti-Israel for years now. I don't know.
Hey, APAC, where's Thomas Massie sucks. Hey, APAC, where's my $7,000?
Yeah, where's the money at? Yeah. What $500 not that much for a re-election campaign. What's understand? Apparently they're working with him. So they're actively supporting Thomas Massie. So, okay, a couple more super chats to catch up to. The video maker for
Okay, goodbye.
All right, see ya. 10 Core's mindset, Republican getting momentum. 10 Core says he isn't sure and isn't true. A Democrat getting momentum, Democrats winning a landslide. Yeah, I'm getting so sick of people like that. It's like they just pick and choose what polls they like and they throw out the other ones. Just be honest. None of this dumb shit of, a poll from the middle of like June has more weight than Trafalgar because of GQP. So, American Nerd for 2, Massie is pro-anarchy. Well, he is libertarian. K-Cub for 2, Bud Rap, J. Jones Eternal is Republican biased. We're getting to that point, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, by the way, Thomas Massie, his primary challenger, announced candidacy today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens in that race. American Nerd for 2, I don't like Massie, where's my anti-Massie money? Yeah, it's like, you don't have to agree with Thomas Massie on everything. You don't have to worship him. Again,
you do, actually.
Again, you can say you like him on some of the foreign policy stuff. I agree. And some other issues like surveillance stuff. I get that. But it's like, he's a grandstander. Like, watch Elect Right's video on Massie. It's a good question he brings up. What has he actually done in power? Can anyone name a single thing he's passed that's actually been good? That he actually did not just, he was a vote in a bill that had 430 yes votes. No, I'm talking about, can anybody name a single piece of legislation that he co-sponsored, or, sponsored, and actually passed, and actually did something about, like, foreign policy stuff, like the, like, foreign aid, for example. Until anybody can bring something up like that, it's bullshit.
Video Epstein files.
Yeah. The video maker for 5, Cheryl's campaign blowing up, losing momentum. 10 Core, here's why Jack has no momentum, and Cheryl winning the landslide. Yeah, it's bullshit. Again, just look at the polling. Just do your own averages. In fact, just look at America First Insight. So. J. Jones for 2, my own Eternal has me winning, I will win. That's real.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's a serious question. If anybody can name a single piece of legislation that Thomas Massie has passed, right? Not just, again, a 430 vote yes thing, no. I'm talking about that he passed because of him, that he wrote or whatever, that dealt with Israeli foreign policy. Or American foreign policy, like with Israel. I literally can't think of a single thing he's done. I know there's been a couple good votes. That's it. Which changed nothing.
He's tweeted stuff, though.
Which again, like, does it change anything, though? Does any of his votes really change anything at all? Okay, it's good votes. It still was a yes. I mean, it still passed. So it's like, it doesn't matter.
But his tweets?
His tweets, yeah. Massie is a grifter libertarian, yeah. He's given you a lot of entertaining content. That's something, I guess. Yeah, that is true. He has done a lot of things to give us free content. Yeah, he blocked me, so. Yeah.
Let's see. Other news, Illinois is probably going to redraw. They're going to draw it later in the hood.
Womp womp.
But I think it is also like the last minute, basically.
Yeah, and
Because I think their
I thought the
finally
filing
deadline is
deadline,
coming up.
yeah.
I think it's coming up pretty soon.
I don't know.
They might redraw for 2028, though.
Ben Sinnix for 2. Virginia got slightly redder in early voting. I saw that. American Nerd for 2. Didn't Massey vote yes to the Biden stuff? Oh, yeah. He suspended the debt ceiling for Biden. So I don't want to hear it. The video
it was for principals.
Yeah. And for those that are wondering, yes, that's one of the few times his vote actually impacted stuff. It's not one of those bullshit votes that didn't matter. If he voted no, it would have failed in committee. It was a 7-6 vote. It would have failed in committee, and they could have had some kind of influence. But no, he voted yes, and
for procedural.
Yeah, for democracy. I'm so freaking sick of this. The video maker for 2. How good are Qantas polls? They're pretty good. Qantas Insights.
Liberty's Liberty score.
Oh yeah, Liberty score. Those scorecards, like, except for America First Insights, they're all shit.
America First Insight is MAGA. Trump cultus.
All right.
Yeah. Anyways, we also have Texas polls.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, I sent them earlier.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
So we have primary polls.
Pull this up.
So Democratic primary, Allred leads by 12.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
I think his lead will eventually evaporate. I think it's just a name recognition thing, but Tallarico I still think will get the nomination. Republican primary in a freeway, Paxton leads by 2. It's Paxton 31, Cornyn 29, Wesley Hunt 14. In a two-way, I guess, hypothetical runoff, Cornyn leads by 2, 39 and 37.
Pull this up, actually. I got it right here now. Okay.
Right
here, yeah. So, yeah, Allred's gonna, right now, is still the front runner, I guess. John Corda looks screwed, by the way.
Not necessarily. I mean, again, with the the two-way primary, I think he's going to win the nomination. To be honest, I just.
Do you think so?
Paxton seems to be on the downfall.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If at that point, though, just support
worse and worse for him. And we also have hypothetical elections. Cornyn is up by, looks like, 6 against Allred. Allred wins by 3 against Paxton. And then Cornyn is up by, what is it? Give me a sec. 6. Okay, Cornyn's up by 6 against Tallarico. Paxton's up by 1 against Tallarico. Wesley Hunt is up by 1 against Allred. And then the shocker, Tallarico is up by 1 against Wesley Hunt.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Okay, they also pulled approval. Trump is tied in Texas with approval.
Bullshit.
And then Abbott's approval, and then Abbott's +4 with approval.
Yeah, I don't believe. This is UT Tyler. Aren't they a pretty bad pollster?
They underestimate. Yeah, they was Trump was 5-6 as their final poll.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Trump won by 15 or whatever.
And then here's an interesting one that they did. Which of the following members of Congress or past Democratic candidates for statewide office in Texas would be most likely to defeat a Republican opponent in the near future? Beto, 31. Jasmine Crockett, 29. Colin Allred, 25. Joaquin Castro, 13.
Oh my gosh. What a great bench you guys got down there.
Yeah.
What a great bench. Okay. Couple super chats to catch up to. President Gilbert Giddy up for 5. Bray Massey up more. Raps gets win about him is funny. Well, he just, like, I'm getting sick of this where it's like, again, you don't have to deny that he has a good record in foreign policy. Even I've said that before. He's good in foreign policy and like surveillance issues. I'm not denying that. But it's like, is it really worth that when he sucks at everything else? Like immigration, especially.
Let's see. We have a new Echelon Insights poll for 2028. General election, Vance is +1 against Gavin Newsom.
Great.
And in the Democratic primary, Harris is back in the lead. Actually, I think she's always been in the lead with Echelon.
She's always been in the lead.
Yeah, 24. Harris at 24, Newsom at 15, Buttigieg at 10, Shapiro 5, Walz 5, Booker 5, AOC 3. She's apparently collapsed. Pritzker's new. He's just been added. He's at 4. Crockett 3, Stewart 2, Whitmer 2, Bashir 2, Warnock 1, Cuban 1, Stephen A. Smith 1, Fetterman 1, Westmore 1, Unsure 12.
Damn. That bench is shit.
Their last poll was end of September.
Okay. Inari for 5. No Kane's big success move over Gen Z geriatric boomers of the future. Yeah, I mean those crowds were sad.
Yeah, they had a revised their crowd count. It was 7 million. It was 7 million, and then they revised it to like 2 to 3 million.
Which I still think it's way too much. Guys, like people say, oh, look at all these people that showed up in Chicago. It's like, it's Chicago. What do you expect?
I mean, like, I could see 2 million, but 7 million. No.
Yeah, 7 million is bullshit. Jay Jones for 2. Trump cults to no place. Trump's in society. Oh gosh, Tristan for 5. Obama's campaigning for Spanberger and Cheryl in Newark and Hampton Roads. Black turnout must be in the gutter. Really?
Well, they usually drag Obama whenever they feel like they're in trouble.
That's not good for them if they're in trouble both. That's really bad for them. Yeah, right here. California election Twitter nerd. He posted this early vote data. Okay, yeah, right here. So President or former President Barack Obama is headlining 2 rallies on one day, on November 1st, the Saturday before Election Day, Hampton Roads, Virginia with Abigail Spanberger, and Newark, New Jersey with Mikey Sherrill.
Yeah, Norfolk and then Newark.
They're in trouble. If they have to every time they bring Obama out, like you said, that's usually a sign they're in big trouble. Usually a sign that they're...
Interesting, though. If he's trying to get blacks out, I'm surprised he's going to Richmond and not I'm surprised he's going to Norfolk instead of Richmond, but I guess Norfolk does technically have more. I don't know. I have to look at the demographics. I thought Richmond was black.
No, Hampton Roads is a bunch of... That's a big... There's a lot of black voters there.
Well, yeah, I know Hampton Roads is a bigger metro, and that might be why. And there's also... It is more of a swing area, but their suburbs are based... I mean, Virginia Beach and Chesapeake are like toss-ups.
Yeah, I mean, they have to bring Obama... Again, they every time they bring Obama out for some of these races, it's because turnout sucks for them.
Let's see. Richmond is actually Richmond's actually plurality white now.
Yeah, that's why I thought.
Richmond's black population is falling. There's probably a lot of like white liberals moving in.
Yeah, it's always white liberals.
Norfolk is Norfolk is also plurality white now, but it's more tighter.
Yeah, so that's why they're sending Obama there. Same for the Newark. That's why.
Newark is also a big city, so yeah. That makes sense.
It's like, but if they had to bring them out to both in one day, what a great sign, everybody. Man, that's usually a sign of desperation for Dems. Again, like the problem with them is like Obama's like appeal is gone. He's not the same like figure he was 20 years ago. Which we're actually, we're at that point now, almost 20 years. Oh God.
Okay, New York Post is now saying that the mother of the aide for Tony Gonzalez was not having an affair with Gonzalez.
Wait, what?
It's New York Post. I found it on Instagram. Let me find it on Twitter.
Let's see. Lord Rhino for 10. They supposedly had a No Canes protest here in Britain, but renamed it to No Tyrants. If they had one, it must have not been very successful because I've seen nothing about it. Yeah, it doesn't work in the UK. Wow, what a surprise. American Nerd for 6. Massey not on everything gets primaried out for being unreasonable. Asshole. Massey, what was that for? Again, like, if he would just be a team player in some areas, I wouldn't have a problem with him. That's the truth in it. If he was a team player and like stops these cringe votes for no reason, yeah.
Here.
K Cup for 5. Speaking of former presidents, Biden ran the cancer bill after radiation treatment. We may not like Joe, but fuck cancer. Hope he recovers. Yeah, he's in bad shape. That picture of him is not good.
I sent it.
It's Grok. I don't believe anything from Grok.
Well, they were summarizing the article.
Well, send the article.
They were replying to the article.
Send the article.
Okay.
I got it. I was bullshit with you.
It's not going to be the headline, though.
Well.
They also misspelled his last name, but that's...
Thomas Massey for 5. Thomas Massey, or my guy for 5, excuse me. Thomas Massey, mad at everything, ashamed of nothing, demanding everything, contributing nothing. Yeah. Just be a team player, dude. That's all we ask, and we don't care.
Nora Gonzalez, that's the mother of the aide, believes the report was completely false.
That's weird. This is a weird case. The Democrats, hold on. The Democrats killed me, shouldn't have been president. Yeah, they guys, when is that bad with cancer? Like, they've known for years. That's a part that should piss everybody off. They knew. And they covered it up. American Nerd for 2. Do you think Trump would attend Biden's funeral? Yeah, he would. I would assume so.
Okay. Tallarico has endorsed Gina Hinojosa for governor of Texas, so that's basically it for the primary.
Okay, by the way, I looked more at this Echelon Insights poll. Something very interesting about it. So they have approval by the issues. And take guess what Trump's number 1 issue is.
Gaza?
Yes, actually. By a mile. According to this, Echelon Insights, which they're a solid pollster, they're not the best, but, which, by the way, they have Trump's approval -7, which is, considering everything, not that bad. Right now, Trump is +16 on the war of Gaza. +16. Immigration was only -4. The economy -12, and tariffs -20. So right now, Trump's number 1 issue is the war in Gaza ending, getting the peace deal done. Which, no shit. It should be way higher, but of course half the country hates his guts no matter what, so... I'm more like 40%.
The only thing this country can agree on is not getting involved in foreign entanglements?
Yeah, hello, John.
Hello.
Yeah, so Trump is... He is, like, single-handedly, like, reshaping, like, American politics again, where it's like, oh, the Democrats, they want more war in Gaza and Israel. They want wars in Ukraine and shit. Because Orange Man bad. But I'm not really surprised, but I'm not surprised he's as popular with the war in Gaza. Which, by the way, what's his numbers with Muslims now? I wonder. Serious question.
I don't know.
It's probably way back. It's probably up the back to what it was in 2024. Because it was down there for a little bit, but it's probably back up. Because the war finally ended. And President Gilbert Giddy up for 50. Every time you see the no Canes and it's old people and not young people, it makes you think, yeah, young people under 30 actually more conservative, while older people are more liberal. What do you say to the boomer cons about us being socialists? Well, the boomer cons are losing influence, so I would just ignore them. That's my take.
Why are they calling us socialists? What's the deal?
Because we don't worship GDP.
Yeah, look, GDP was a term that was invented by the Soviet Union in the United States in the early 20th century. Do these people think that economics didn't function prior to GDP existing?
No, it never did.
It's a measurement, and it's abused inside of our news reporting because it's the most common thing that people hear. Like, the success of a society was not measured by GDP in the 18th, 19th century, the rest of human history. Like, that's new glop. You're just obsessed with new glop. The government told you number good, so you think number good. That's all you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, we never measured society like this, ever. It's like, ooh, the line goes up. Which, there's like a meme I saw, I gotta find it, where it's like, you know, it just kind of explains how shitty GDP can be, where it's like, a dude sells a shovel to each other, and like GDP goes up. Because it keeps on the shovel to each other.
Like, one of the examples that Moldbug used in a debate earlier. And look, I don't agree with 90% of what Moldbug says, but it was just really funny. He was talking to this guy. He's like, if you love GDP so much, I can make it skyrocket right now. We'll open up the southern border and we'll let all the cocaine flow into this country right here and right now and can sell heroin to your children. The GDP will go up tremendously. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Yeah, it goes up. GDP goes burr. That's how these freaking people operate. It's like, again, GDP, I think, is one of those metrics where it can be useful in like a vacuum. It's like, oh, if there's like 50 other metrics, yeah, it can be kind of useful to look at, see how things are looking in general, but it's like, that should not be your number one metric. It should be, and surprisingly, who was the first politician I heard to bring this stuff up? Why GDP is bad? It was actually Andrew Yang, funny enough.
Yeah.
He was the first one to say, hey, this metric sucks. So, I mean, like, and he's right. Now, he had the wrong reason why he was right, but I mean, he was right in a sense that, yeah, GDP's garbage. So, American Nerd for 2, only asking because Trump can hold a grudge. He's not going to hold a grudge against Biden when he's dead. I don't think so. K-Cub for 5, you know how Democrats push that autism doesn't need to be cured? Picture and phrase. Imagine Trump and RFK found a cure for cancer. Think about it. Oh, it's going to happen. They're going to find a cure for a major disease like that. Well, not really cancer. They don't really think they can, but yeah. The video maker for 2, as a Muslim, I approve Trump's Gaza/Israel plan. Are you actually a Muslim? I did not know that. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, no, but like, seriously, like, Trump's pretty popular with Muslims now, I think, again. So
it is one of those like deep ironies is that Trump is popular with Muslims in certain places, and
yeah,
even though the Democrats cater them, kowtow to them in every moment, like there's these brief glimpses of Muslims being like, well, you know what, we actually just care about society functioning more than we do about tearing things down and building up Islam in your Western country. So yeah, here, like let's just like get Trump on the deal.
Yeah.
Well, and like, look, seriously, like the situation would have continued being worse and would have continued being bad in spite of like the Democrats pretending to support Gazans and everything else stayed terrible.
Yeah, they never gave a shit about those people. That was just a political toy for them. So
oh no, like did you guys not figure out that none of these people gave a flying crap about any of this when the ceasefire was announced and when the hostages came back? And they all just stared blankly into the sky, saying nothing. Like they don't care.
Yeah. They never care, but they were forced to say something because like their polls, like the polling numbers for Trump were so good. After that, it's like, oh shit, Trump's actually getting a bump from this. But they never mentioned him. Anyone's gonna fix John's mic? Is John too quiet for you guys?
Yeah, I can turn myself up, buddy. Hey,
there you go. There.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. That's a lot better.
Thank you. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, sorry about that. Vote for the guy that would what? Hold on. Trump would cure will release a cure for AIDS and Democrats would call him homophobic. Well, yeah, it's like that we're seriously at that point. I mean, remember what happened at the town hall thing? Where Trump is
I mean, aren't a lot of these people are like proud of having HIV?
Yeah.
Like what if I think the male homecoming queen from Missouri a few years ago was diagnosed with HIV, and I think he might be proud of it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I saw that actually. I thought that was a parody at first, but no, it's like the guy actually has like AIDS or whatever.
He's like a TikTok influencer talking about his life with HIV.
That's not good. But it's like the town hall thing. Remember, Trump, they said like, hey, this may cause a slight increase in autism for pregnant women. And the first thing pregnant women do is consume a bunch of it. And now they're realizing, oh, this is actually bad for you. Like a bunch of people have been overdosing lately. That's just terrifying. It's like these people are so like mentally unwell that if Trump says one thing, he could say water is good for you or like breathing is healthy for you. And they would stop breathing. It's a mental illness. It really is TDS. TDS is a real disease, by the way. I think it's actually a real thing.
Well, it was really funny because when we started like talking about the alarmism we have about violence, political violence in the country. Democrats started accusing Republicans of being mentally ill and like being concerned about all of that. But obviously the like data, the hard data we have shows Democrats are way more mentally ill than Republicans.
Yeah.
We have it's a genuine problem, but beyond that, it seems like our politics is just dominated by fear and like by trying to make people mentally ill. It feels like the way things are set up are designed to try and make people mentally ill. And yeah, that's hit the Democrats really hard because of how attached they are to the institutions. Uh, it's bad, and you can only fix it by either remedying the institutions or removing the institutions. I'm just going to be real honest. Until then, you will continue having a massive majority population of mentally ill people in this country. Most, very large portion of women too, but
Yeah, that's
very mentally ill people.
In fact, I got the chart right up here. I mean, this is and by the way, this is before 2020. This was before COVID. So take that as you will. Look at what percent of white liberal women are mentally ill. Look at this. 38% of very liberal white women, okay, or white people. So it's probably way more with white women. They answered the question of, has a doctor or other healthcare provider ever told you that you have a mental health condition? 38% said yes. Of white, very liberal people. This is before COVID. So it's probably majority now. 26% with liberal, 19% with moderate, and then conservatives is like nothing. So, not good. And funny enough, like, for some reason, not, like, it's only a white liberal thing. Like, I don't know why that is. Because you look at the same chart, non-whites, like, they stay the exact same across the political spectrum. I don't know why that's the case. Like, does anybody know? Like, anybody got kind of idea why that's a thing? Where it's like, very liberal minorities are not mentally ill, but whites are? I don't know. I'm actually curious. Anybody know? Anybody got a theory for that? All right. Video maker for 2. Yes, I Muslim rap. Many Muslims respect Trump. I did not know that. Thanks for super chat, good sir. American Nerd for 2. Trump, the sky is blue. Democrats, so it's a rainbow. Yeah. It's a religion. Yeah. I mean, that's not a bad idea. It's like that's not a bad like take. It's just a cult for these people. Non-white women are more rooted in faith in God. They're more grounded in reality as working class people. That's true. I guess it's probably what it is. Because these very these white, very liberal people, usually they're more upscale. So, I guess. Riley Grimes for 2. Drummond is no longer leading an Oklahoma governor. I really haven't paid attention to Oklahoma governor. I haven't really paid attention to that. I should probably. It's a.
I mean, as far as Oklahoma governor goes, I mean, just follow Calvin Coolidge project. He talked about it all the time.
That's true.
Especially Drummond, because he hates Drummond.
Well,
and for good reason.
He's from Oklahoma, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The Church of Liberalism. Yeah, I can see that. Because, that's fair. Like, that group is, like, the least likely to identify with, like, religion. So, I can see that. They lack proper direction. All right. It's normally either young white women or black women that tend to be extremely far left. True. All right, let's get into the big story of the stream today, actually, the point of the stream, actually. So we have a big announcement out of New Hampshire. John Sununu will be running for New Hampshire Senate this year, or I should say next year. It's been reported by Politico that he's expected to announce his bid for Senate next week. And he has been talking with the White House. So it sounds like President Trump is going to back John Sununu for Senate. So, very interesting. I'm surprised by this because, like, doesn't the Sununu family hate Trump? Like, not just Chris Sununu. I thought the whole family hates his guts. But it sounds like they're going to support. Trump's going to back him, maybe. I don't know. You know, I support John Sununu. I think he's the best candidate in the race. I like Scott Brown, but Sununu has the best chance to win. And honestly, it's not like Chris Sununu where he's like a liberal. Like, John is actually kind of conservative. So, yeah, his brother sucks. He'll make the race competitive, but Pappas will be the front runner. Oh, yeah, I think he will be. So I think Democrats are the favorites, like I said, but I do think this is a big deal because
Hold on. I think Sununu's supposed to jump in today, but I'm not sure when.
it says next.
I thought
It says this week actually. It might be today then.
Mhm.
American
yeah.
Nerd for 2. Finally, a Sununu with a brain. Yeah. Scott Brown should run for Pappas this year. I agree with that. I think Scott Brown's a good candidate, just not for Senate. Just run for the House seat.
Trump apparently despises him, so
Scott Brown?
I don't know. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I don't know why.
That's weird. So he's gonna back a Sununu over Scott Brown? Actually makes sense.
I don't know if he'll actually endorse. He might just stay out of it, but he may give him like a financial backing or have like his surrogates endorse him,
Maybe.
like Las Vegas or something.
Well, it says they're meeting with Trump today or soon. Like Sununu is.
Yeah, it could just be to like get funding or that sort of stuff.
I don't know. The video maker for 5. I'm glad Sununu isn't running, but I'm also glad Sununu is running. Brown should run for Pappas's House seat. Yeah, there's a lot of Sununus in New Hampshire. They're big names. And for those that don't know, he is a former senator, so it's not like he's never been in statewide office. He's been there. So back in 2008, actually, which is funny enough, but Scott Brown is kind of risky. Not only is he a carpetbagger, but a carpetbagger from Massachusetts. Yeah, but that's been 10 years now, right? 10, 12 years.
Something like that. I'm not sure. Also,
He
we
already
should
ran
probably
for
talk.
state.
We should probably talk about Paul Ingrazia.
About who?
Paul Ingrazia. Ingrazia.
I don't know what that is.
The guy that had a group chat or something.
Oh, I cannot pull that stuff up on stream. That's what I'm gonna say. But
Although the White House might withdraw the nomination.
they're going to. What a
He doesn't
dumbass.
have the votes. He doesn't have the votes anymore.
Yeah, I mean, when you lose Ron Johnson, it's done. If you lose Ron Johnson, it's like, yeah, you're done. Yeah, the new group text guy, which is it the same group chat that got leaked?
I think it's a different one.
Oh my gosh. What was he freaking doing that what's his name? Who's the
Paul
one that
Ingrazia.
No, the one that leaked all that shit.
Gavin Wax.
What a dumbass. Freaking, like, what are you doing, dude? Like, I don't really care about the issue.
I think it was over some petty thing.
And instead of, like, trying to find a way, like, I know there's, like, inter-party politics with stuff, but, like, dude, really? You're gonna ruin these people's lives for this? Again, like, I think the stuff they're saying is horrible. It's not good. They should not be fired over it. I think there should be a punishment. Because I think, like, you can't have that in your organization, but, like some kind of, like, suspension, not you're fired. American Nerd.
I was doing a work thing real quick. What were you referring to?
The new group chats that got leaked. That Paul guy.
Okay, who cares? Like, who cares? Who cares? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, like, my point is, like, I think, as an organization, they should be suspended, but not, be fired for it. That's my take.
Here's the deal. This is what Democrats do whenever they face public backlash. And this is just what we have to start doing. As just organizationally, stop thinking about the fact that Democrats do it. You get these people out of front-facing occupations. You put them into back-facing jobs where nobody sees them, nobody pays attention to them. They're ghosts. They're still getting paid. They're still working, and they're helping the movement. You just pull them out of any sort of spotlight that they're in. That's all you do.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm actually saying. Like, I just want to, I think it's small suspension. Then go back to, like, private stuff, like, in the background.
Yep. There is so much that these people can do to help us. They do not have to be in the public eye. If they're already not in the public eye, then just quietly reinstate them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So I do got the thing right here which, by the way, funny enough, you actually, John, you posted this morning, this tweet about, like, the group chat thing, where it's like, Democrats this year, you firebombed cars, organized terrorist cells, blah, 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 murdered Kirk, all that stuff. And then, do you have anything to say for yourself? Why, yes, we found a couple of your group chats we found problematic. Which, I mean,
just remember,
you're right.
Democrat terrorists throwing, like, Molotov cocktails at an ICE facility.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember them constantly attacking the ICE facility in Portland? Do you guys remember, like, literally almost every day of news that we've had since January of this year being filled with actual Democrat violence that they are trying to constitute as rebellion against a king? Why the fuck should I care about group chats?
Yeah, that's why I'm not really talking about it, because, like, okay, if this was the worst thing in the world happening, that's a different story, but it's not. It's like a third of the country wants to kill everybody else. I think I'm a bit more
No,
worried about them.
we should be discussing the irredeemable status of these people, and we should be talking about how to appropriately take care of them. Obviously, we need to take drastic action, but the most imperative thing is that everybody must agree these people cannot have power. Anybody that caters to these people cannot have power. They must be pulled out of office until the entire thing is snuffed out permanently. They must lose all access to political power that is available, and their financial networks must be shut down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the party, like, a third of the country wants to kill everybody else. So that's why I'm not even really talk with the group chat stuff, because yeah, it's bad, but it's like, it's not anywhere near this level. So that's my take. K Cup for 2. No, John, I was told you not to believe what I see. Gosh. Yeah, just ignore everything that's going on in the world, because group chat's bad. Group chats are problematic.
Did you see every single person running for office in Virginia pivot away from yeah, our guy was like calling for the murder of children to, well, they were making very scary jokes about death inside of this group
I
chat.
saw that. They're trying to spin this as, it's a both sides issue. It's like, that's not even this remotely the same thing. One was like edgy shit posting. One was a guy detailing what he wants to do to somebody. That's a different story. It's not like, he's making a joke about like, I wish like a meteor hits this guy. It's like, no, it's like, I have a detailed plan on how I want to shoot him. I want him in the same room as like Hitler and Pol Pot, and I'm going to shoot him twice. That's what he said. That's
It was like an expression of open desire. It was
Yeah.
like, this is what I desire to do. Like with the kids like making jokes. It was like, well, I'm a Republican, so I guess that means I like Mustache Man.
Yeah, it's a bunch of shit posting. So, yeah, it's why I'm not really talking about it. It's a nothing burger. If this was the worst story of the year, sure, whatever, suspend them.
Well,
But it's not.
the thing is, it's like when we have dark humor, most of our dark humor is caused by the world that they forced us to live in. Like I'm just being completely legitimate. I know that that's not an argument that's compelling to the other side, but everybody on the right understands what I mean. When you start making jaded, dark humor, dark irony, and you get into this kind of poison well because of all of the things that they have put us through. Like it's like we're being punished for the trauma that we have had inflicted upon us by the things they refuse to fix. It's absolutely it's like castrated slave kind of territory. I feel whenever this happens and we're going through this, everybody who caters and kowtows to the left in situations like this is a castrated slave. I'm sorry.
CNN cares about edgy people in group chats, in private political group chats, than a AG candidate wishing his political enemy would die. Yeah, it's like, it's not the same thing. I'm getting so sick of this shit. Thank you, by the way, Jack Max in chat. That's a good point. Gavin Wax provided and manufactured a scandal that just so happened to benefit Virginia Democrats. Why does he steal a job with the admin? Yeah. Why is he still here? Why?
Fire Gavin Wax right now.
Hey, listen, I talked to Wax in the past. Like, he always seemed like a good guy, but like, what the hell? Dude.
That is a level that is I don't care what his internal motivations were, but the lack of maturity involved in that means he shouldn't be anywhere near any sort of amount of power. He shouldn't even be in Washington D.C. He should be in some no-name town doing no-name work for some no-name local GOP office. He does not need to be in the White House.
No, but he's like the press secretary or something for something in the White House. I don't know what it is exactly, but
he deserves to be nothing.
Yeah.
He deserves to be fired.
Yeah, it just, why is he there? Trump fired Vivek, but not Gavin. Well, Vivek could freaking start a shitstorm. That's that.
Whoa, what the?
What? What happened?
It's Newswire, but I'm not sure. But give me a second. I gotta
Trump
confirm the number.
administration considering eliminating NASA?
Yeah.
What? I don't believe you.
Elon Musk is in. Oh, okay. Here's the. We got the full context here.
Oh, okay. That's a bit misleading.
Yeah.
Well, it's Newswire. It's ran by a liberal.
So
Like
so basically, what it sounds like is they're going to keep NASA, but not keep it as an independent agency. They just want to like put in like the DOT.
The
I think it's,
absolute.
Elon Musk also just called out Sean Duffy.
I saw that. What a dumbass. I was wondering what that was about. So, go on, John. Sorry.
The parasites at NASA have been putting completely mentally deranged women into the International Space Station, causing absolute like catastrophe, DEI in space, all of this other bullshit. Why are we putting up with NASA? Why should NASA have any independence?
Yeah.
NASA should be watched over like a little nanny. And if they can't figure out how to behave, then yeah, why not just let the private sector take care of space exploration if NASA is going to continue being hopelessly, endlessly incompetent for the rest of its existence?
It doesn't even sound like they're ending NASA as like an agency. They're just saying like, hey, it's going to be under the DOT. They're just reorganizing it.
Exactly. No, what I'm saying is that is 100% reasonable. It's 100% acceptable. It's the thing that should have happened years ago. And my question is just like, but why? I don't even understand why people are offended by NASA going away. I understand. Like they have like a bunch of like hopium for the future. We're like addicted to the future being better than today. But I'm gonna tell you guys, you live long enough, you realize the future doesn't just magically get better because technology, because NASA, because space. Like so yeah. Look, NASA's no longer independent. If that happens, great. I hope that it fixes their DEI problem. If they and honestly, if they did end up getting to the point where they wanted to shut it down, who gives a crap? The private industry is doing a better job right now anyways.
You know why Musk is mad about this? The real reason? Money.
Subsidies.
Yep. Money. Because now NASA, which I'm not saying SpaceX does a lot of cool stuff. Like I want to be clear about that. They do a lot of good shit like for space stuff. But it's like, let's cut the shit. NASA is one of the most inefficient organizations ever. They spend billions of dollars, it vanishes. Nobody knows where the money goes from these subsidies. It's a joke. Yeah.
Like honestly, if you wanted to like create a government contract with SpaceX where a lot of the money we push towards NASA right now just goes to like the SpaceX for and they specifically are like, okay, you're going to help us mine like resources on the south pole of the moon, Musk, and that's how you're going to repay the federal government for all this money we're giving you. Okay, there you go. That's fine.
Yeah, that's a lot better than just saying, well, we're going to keep NASA around because well, they got us on the moon, what, 60 years ago? Which, speaking of that, what is the last time NASA did something good? Like, actually, like, important?
They're not going to, and like it's just like the California Rail Project. They're never going to get anything done because their obsessions. They have, instead of being fixated on stuff like, oh, there's like trillions upon trillions of dollars of like natural resource on the south pole of the moon. Let's go mine it, and then like build nuclear fusion reactors with it. They're like, oh well, I think we need to like find like some sort. Can we train a black trans woman to go into orbit? Like, can we do that? No, it's the wrong focus, and so. This is like an area, even if we have like a Republican government and they're focused on getting rid of DEI, I just think it'll be better for everyone if we outsource a lot of this, what we're trying to do right now in space.
Weren't NASA the ones that sent Katy Perry to space for like 10 minutes?
They might have been.
I thought that was a private company.
I don't know. Every time there's space stuff in America, it's always NASA's related somehow. They always have their hands involved with stuff. Harbor Lights for 20. As a 50-year-old black American, I love your content. We don't care about college group chat. I talk recklessly on my group chat. We need Jack to win New Jersey. The Democrat Party is demonic. Yeah, I mean, it's like, again, the group chat stuff, I don't care. So, American Nerd for 2. With SpaceX and others, do we need NASA anymore? Well, I would say just keep it around, but like there's got to be some kind of reorganization. They're shit now. American Nerd for 2. Why Department of Transportation? Why not Commerce with NOAA? Well, okay, I think it makes sense because with NASA, it's like it is a form of transportation, technically. So, American Nerd for 2. NASA hasn't done anything meaningful since Apollo. Yeah, that's the last time they've done something like actually important. So,
It's all kept on the down low, and people don't talk about it, but they failed a lot of their projects
Oh,
in
yeah,
recent memory.
they
Oh
failed.
yeah, I mean the Challenger and Columbia.
I mean, like they have not had a successful mission in like decades, really. Like one that's
We talk
actually
about
meaningful.
talk about the other White House news. They're basically at war with TMZ now.
Oh yeah, for those that don't know, the report about Diddy is fake. It's fake.
So TMZ reported that Trump wanted to pardon Diddy. The Trump administration denied it, and then TMZ said, "Oh, we still think it's a true story, so we're going to keep it up."
Bruh.
So they might actually get sued now.
Dumbasses. It's always why is TMZ always having the weird stories like that? Seems like that's always the case. By the way, everybody, you guys hear what happened in France yesterday or a couple days ago?
The jewels being stolen?
Yes.
That's insane to me.
I want to talk with this real quick because this is like the state of like postmodernism or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, when you import the third world, I mean, I'm not saying that it was third world. It was the immigrants that did it, but
Well, that was the thing was like that was my first impulse when I saw the story, and then I heard people talking about it, and it sounds like they were doing a quote old head heist operation, like they were dressed up as like carpenters or something. Like it sounded like they were doing it very much old style. I don't know. It could have been migrants. It could have been that, but
We don't know.
no. But like, yeah, no, the Napoleon's jewels, like, and that's just like history. And the thing that I thought when I first heard the story was that France is in a complete state of collapse. Their entire government is about to fall apart. Their their monarchical lineage is like, well, if the people call on me, I'll stand up. Let's try another kingdom.
Yeah.
Like, France is like incredibly politically unstable right now, and everybody's just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, so let me explain what's going on here. For those that don't know, there were the jewels from I think these were Napoleonic, right? Yeah, Napoleonic treasures and stuff.
Napoleon, yeah.
And these are like very like valuable. This is not some shit that's worth like $5. This is like very valuable stuff, and they've had it for centuries now, and it got robbed. That's what happened.
Well, Napoleon the First was the entire country's resolution of their cognitive dissonance, because you had a system that was extremely powerful and dominated European politics as a kingdom, as an absolute monarchy. And then you had the French Revolution, which was the people trying to get back stuff from what they saw as a very corrupt, deeply corrupt aristocracy and monarchy. Napoleon resolved those images in the heads of the two people, which is why I started talking about the government. In the midst of like a government turmoil in France where they can't figure out what kind of government they're supposed to have, Napoleon's jewels are stolen. And it just goes to show like part of the reason France is suffering so much right now is because they don't value who they are as a people. Napoleon is the heart and soul of who they are as a people, and they don't care about it enough to properly protect his, merchandise. It's really it's sad. It's a sad state of affairs.
American Nerd for 6. I remember watching a documentary about the Challenger disaster, and it's obvious the NASA management knew something bad was going to happen and ignored it. Yeah, they did. They fucked up big time. Mike Finn for 2. Thoughts of Japan's new prime minister? Yeah, I saw that. They elected a new prime minister, and she seems kind of good on the issues. I don't know for sure.
Oh, I mean, I've wanted to talk about this ever since it started happening.
Go on.
Okay, guys. Sanae Takaichi is the new prime minister, the first female prime minister of Japan, and I never thought I would be excited for a female leader in my entire life. I've never thought I would be like jumping up and down in my chair. But like, you look at this woman's portfolio, you look at her positions, she is perfect on like everything Like, I don't know how to explain it. Well, anyways, she wants Japan to be a strong, powerful nation. She wants Japan to be able to stand up with its own military, produce its own firearms and bullets and everything else. She wants an MIC. She wants a standing army. She wants actually to host nuclear arms from the United States on Honshu, the main island of Japan, in case something happens with Taiwan or China or whatever else. I know Luke would spaz out over that, but listen, listen. This woman is impeccable. Also, a fascinating human being. I'm going to give you a few personal details about her. Go look up her positions if you want to know her politics. But here's her actual personal life. Race car driver, motorcycle driver. So she had all of the popular fast cars in the 90s. She drove in, like, I think it was like an A86 or like a Supra. She drove a Supra to Parliament when she first started like getting into politics and stuff. She had pink hair when she was a kid.
Oh my
She was a radical. Crazy, crazy exciting life. Also, heavy metal drummer. Heavy metal
What
drummer.
the hell?
Yes. Yes.
What the hell?
She is the punk kid of Japanese parliament. She's has every single cool thing you could possibly want from a politician, and everything, like 100% of all of her positions are based. 100%. I have not found a single thing that I could criticize her for, except that there's one thing. She refuses to become Empress of Japan. She believes that only males should be allowed to be Emperor of Japan. That's my only criticism of her, is that she's not trying to take absolute power over the entire country in divine right.
Bro.
Anyways.
Oh my gosh. That is wow. That was a random thing ever. It's like, yeah, she was a motorcyclist. She freaking, was driving stuff, and then she's a freaking in a rock band. So what the hell? Where do you find these people from?
Yeah, and also she wants to kick out all the migrants. She wants a flat tax. She wants to support marriage. Blah blah blah. Based. She's based. Every single position she has is based. Okay, don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm lost for words. I didn't realize she was that good. I heard that, she was good on the issues, but like, this was a random thing ever.
Yeah. No, it's random. She just, like, she was a cool punk rock style Japanese woman in her prime in the 80s and 90s, when Japan like had like really cool culture that was we were like importing into our country, because we're like, wow, Japan's so cool right now. And yeah, no, like she's representative of that era. And then she comes into politics and she's like, you know what? I love my country. Screw everyone else. We're going to be the strongest country we possibly can be. So yeah, no, she's the best thing that could happen to Japan.
All right. Fellow super chats here. Catch up to American Nerd for 2. Heard the French Fifth Republic might fall. Yeah, it's a matter of time. I mean, you got the generals there saying like they want to like get rid of all the immigrants and stuff. Like you get a point, the military's going to take over, I think, eventually. So, American Nerd for 2. Isn't the new prime minister like a lady Shinzo, Abe?
No, that the reason that is not an apt comparison is because she's better than Shinzo.
That is wow. Are you serious? Like she's actually better than Shinzo.
She has better policy positions than Shinzo.
That's a tough standard to beat.
You could consider her a continuity of Shinzo. Yes, of course. Like she's in that faction. She's better than Shinzo.
Damn. American Nerd for 2. Japan has the ideal anime girl's prime minister. Oh gosh.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm not, like, I am a weeb. I do like consume Japanese content. I didn't really I have not ever given a crap about any of these things. I just looked at her. Everything that she believes is awesome. She has an amazing life story. Really cool thing. Probably, if you were a weeb, I would probably, like, that's something to obsess over. Takaichi Sanae-chan? Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Let me pull up her wiki page. Good lord, I gotta look this up. All right.
I was like, I pulled up like I made a bucket list of like some like of her biggest positions. I'm seeing if I can pull it up real quick.
Let's see here. K Cup for 5. Sanae Tahaki. How you say her name?
Takaichi Sanae.
Okay. We will be a stronger nation, just like Donald's America, Shinzo in heaven. That's my girl Slay Queen. Oh gosh, okay, I got her thing posted up here, and she is the prime minister now.
She is the prime minister of Japan.
How the hell did she get in that position? That's my question.
Because the LDP was scared shitless of like what was happening with the anti-immigration rallies, and they just like put the most hard-line right-winger in charge
All
of
right.
their country.
The New York Times stated that during her leadership campaign, she seized on a wave of anti-immigration sentiment. Specifically, she's been described as wanting tighter restrictions on immigration and employed anti-immigration rhetoric based. During the campaign, she called for a crackdown on illegal migration, emphasized that foreigners must strictly obey Japanese law. That's just common sense. She proposed that policies be reconsidered from the ground up with an aim to establish an orderly coexistence between Japanese citizens and immigrants based on quote-unquote mutual consideration. What the hell does that even mean? Like, that sounds incredibly, like, based for some reason. I don't know why. But mutual consideration, does that just mean deport everybody? Is that what that means?
Yeah, she just wants to get rid of everybody, man.
In her campaign manifesto, she also proposed establishing an agency to tackle issues such as visa overstays, over tourism, and land purchases by foreign nationals, particularly near defense facilities and strategic assets. Yeah, like America should be doing right now. On refugees, she explicitly stated, for those who come to Japan with financial motives and claim that they are refugees, I'll have you go home. She supports adoption of the Comprehensive Economic Security Act that would establish laws and organizations to prevent foreign students and engineers who come to Japan from nations like Japan from taking Japanese technology back to their home countries. How is this not already a law? That's my question. And let's see here. She said in December 2020 that she proposed legislation to recognize separate family names for married couples, blah, blah, blah. Opposing legalization of same-sex marriage, which is just...
Right. And she doesn't do it from like well, it might be from a religious perspective because there's like suspicions that she might be part of like a small religious group in Japan. But the other thing is that she's it's from what I understand a rational perspective. It's like, well, the purpose of marriage law is to promote marriage growth and family growth, and gay marriage it just doesn't actually produce children and it doesn't produce anything of value, so why would we support it? It's like that's it's a rational perspective. It's like marriage has a utility to the state, and that's like that isn't fulfilled by gay couples. They can just be gay. They don't need marriage rights.
Yeah, right here actually says that, like, she's also said that there should be no prejudice against sexual orientation or gender identity, which is just my common sense.
Yeah, no. So that's the thing. So she has like a rational opinion about how the state's relationship to married couples and to gay couples. But then, like when it comes to actual gay people and everybody else, she's like, yes, protect them from discrimination, from hate, make sure that they're not being treated poorly just because of their identity or whatever. Like, so yeah, no, like it may sound harsh, but she's just trying to create like a very straightforward relationship between the state and the people working with the state. That's it. That's her. So yeah, no, she doesn't want anybody to face undue hatred.
All right, K-Cup for 2. I'll have you go home to Chomsky 2025. Yep, everybody's going home. Object Classificator for 5. I think part of the reason she was voted in so quick is because Trump is coming. They need a prime minister so they can host state visit. People love her. Prime ministers, not so much. Yeah, I can see that.
There wasn't a leader nearly as strong as her in the LDP that could represent the right-wing voters that they are trying to win back from Sanseito and other parties that have been taking advantage of the anti-immigration backlash.
All right. So, I think that's it, everybody. If anyone got more super chats, any more questions, whatever, send them now. Last calls of super chats. When a Japanese politician is anti-immigrant, it's normal. When an American politician is anti-immigrant, they're racist. Well, yeah, that's different cultures. That's why. But we're at that point now where people are anti-immigrant in general America. So, yeah, what a bizarre, like, the most random person ever became prime minister of Japan.
Yeah, no, it feels it feels random, it feels crazy, but like I probably I'll continue watching her career, but she's probably going to be my favorite world leader probably like the person that I like look and be like, yeah, outside of America, that's probably the best world leader.
American Nerd for 6. The new Japanese Prime Minister is so freaking awesome and based that I'm not even going to even bother asking if she denies Japanese war crimes in World War II.
Okay,
Yeah.
but she has an opinion on that, and this is her opinion.
Oh boy.
She believes that this is brought up every few years as a demoralization tactic against the Japanese people, and that's why she doesn't want to continue apologizing, not because of actual factual basis, but because they're using it to make Japanese people feel bad about themselves and then import foreigners and destroy their own country.
Yeah.
That's her position. Just stop apologizing, not because it's not because like we did nothing wrong, but because they're trying to destroy us and they're trying to demoralize us. And I want a strong Japan. So go screw yourself. We are who we are.
All right. So I think that's it, everybody. If everybody did enjoy today's stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. I do got to get going, so yeah, Japan, good luck. Sounds like you have a really good prime minister now. Godspeed, Japan. Hopefully they have a good hopefully they start fixing their the fertility rates. That's a big issue over there. So just don't ask her about Unit 731. Yeah, let's not go down that rabbit hole. I mean, they did some things in China, right? They did some things.
I did some things.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys next stream, video, or wherever you see us at. Godspeed to all of you.